In this video, we'll share a few takeaways from a recent paper out of our lab. This was written by Dr. Rachel Barr, who leads the Early.Learning.Project lab here at Georgetown University. The paper is all about how very young children can use digital media safely and equitably. And we know that kids are using digital media. Children under the age of 5 are spending up to 2 hours per day using or exposed to digital content. The quality of that media use really matters. Poor quality content or too much exposure has been linked with poorer sleep, language, and emotional outcomes. We do know that young children can learn from screen-based media, but they're going to transfer or remember up to 50% less from screens compared to in-person interactions. We also know that kids learn best from digital media when they're supported by engaged social partners. So someone who can sit with them, point at the screen, ask questions, and engage around the content. So when it comes to very young children and media exposure, it's not all the same. We want to think about both the content as well as the context. In terms of content, importantly, content should be designed for young children and their interests and what they're going to be engaged by. We know that kids in this age range learn best from goal-directed media that's engaging, meaningful, and social. Children learn more from familiar characters that they're excited to see pop up and engage with. We also want to make sure that content is inclusive and free from racial, linguistic, and cultural bias. In terms of content, we can think about this at a few different levels. At a very high level, we know that broadband access is not equitably distributed across the US. So this is something we can think about at a policy level. We also know that children's experiences with digital media vary. Kids are individuals, they have their own interests and cultural backgrounds and languages. So digital media should support their individual development based on their individual needs. Researchers in this area look at what we call technoference, so moments when media use might interfere with a child's development. So one example of this, perhaps a young child is trying to get their parent's attention, but the parent is distracted on their phone. We also want to think about format and be really cautious about exploitative, for-profit, or inappropriate formats for young children. One really interesting use of digital media that even infants can engage in is video chat. So Zoom, Skype, FaceTime. Because it's happening in real time, video chat allows for that emotional serve and return back and forth interaction that we know is so crucial for child development. We do know from a number of studies, including some that our lab has worked on, that children are going to learn and connect better over video chat compared to pre-recorded video. We also know that in-person adults are critical. So somebody in person helping the child, both with the technology, but also with engaging with their across-screen partner. Video chat might be especially useful when families are separated for any reason, whether that's due to the COVID-19 pandemic, deployment, immigration, incarceration, or divorce. So if these are questions that you are interested in and you have a young child, you can help us advance this research. Please take a look at our website, elp.georgetown.edu, and sign up for a study.